Hi guys, Dn.Neo here, and this is going to be another one of the podcast videos. Really enjoyed doing them, and once again, I am not alone. I am joined by somebody else. Funny enough, this is the second person that I did a project spotlight that I invited to kind of come and do one of these talking videos. So, if you would like to introduce yourself to the beautiful people.
I am the Pikagirl.
Yes, you are. Um, Now, before we get into today's topic and what we're going to talk about, if you could explain to people where they can find you, I will put links down below and what you are currently doing.
So I stream on Twitch. Um, I mainly play Warzone and uh, Apex. Honestly, just because I've put way too much money into both of those games not to play them. But I also do different games. I'm actually thinking of doing, well, starting back up my Resident Evil. I've done at least like two of those streams, but jump
Nice.
scares are scary.
That's why they call them jump scares.
So I do plan on doing that again and playing more games, widening my horizon of games and not just QQs.
Yeah, and funny enough, that is why Pikagirl is here. For everyone who just thought, oh, it will just be me talking and I will take control of the conversation. This one, it's actually going to be a lot more on our guests because we're going to be discussing FPSs, first-person shooters. For anybody that's been here for any length of time, they know that I don't usually do FPSs, and I'm not really that good on them. So, I want to start with an intriguing question that's kind of puzzled me over the years. What is it about FPSs? Because people always go back to them. As you said, they put money into them and they put the time into them. So as somebody who streams these games and is doing them on a, shall we say, non-professional, like not EA or anything, but what is it that makes you keep going back to the FPS genre?
Well, like I said in the interview thingy that you had me in not too long ago,
Yeah.
I use gaming as an outlet,
Mm-hmm.
and with how, shall I say, violent FPSs are,
Mm-hmm.
it's a real good outlet. Excuse me, it's a real good outlet if you've had like a really stressful game,
Mm-hmm.
or well, really stressful day. Not game. Games can get stressful too.
Yes.
uh, when you've had like a really stressful day at work, or like you've gotten some bad news or something, and you just want to take your frustration out on something,
Mm-hmm.
shooters are actually like my go-to thing
Okay.
to do that. That
Okay.
and I like the chaos.
Yes, you do very much like the chaos.
The
Um,
chaos now reigns supreme.
yes. But what do you think it is about the FPS genre specifically? I mean, there's games out there which even nowadays kind of sell themselves on blood, guts, violence. You know,
No,
there's other games out there that do that kind of level of aggression or violence or whatever else you want to call it. So
Hey,
I'm interested.
um,
What is it that makes you guys go back? Because to me, I play 5 minutes and I'm already frustrated because I've died 500 times.
well, take Apex for example. There's
Yeah,
not really that much blood, violence, and gore as there is in, say, any of the Call of Duty games.
yeah.
But with Apex, you have to know how to use the characters because each character has a set, like a certain skill that is just theirs. Like the character I've been maining currently, Lifeline. She's a combat medic.
Mm-hmm.
So she has a heal drone that she can drop down and heal her teammates, and then she can also revive two of her teammates at the same time without being like tied down to the revive animation. So she can still fight and protect her team.
Okay.
She also has a care package that when you call it in, it'll either give you stuff that you need or somebody in your team needs. For whether it be like their gun, a different shield, shield bats, med kits, attachments for their guns, a golden backpack, which is phenomenal to have in Apex. Just a side note.
Mm.
If you ever get a gold backpack in Apex, give it to either Newcastle, even though I don't like him, Lifeline, or Mirage. Mirage
Okay.
is technically a healer, but he has the ability to go invisible when he revives. So
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. And then Newcastle has a shield that used to be Lifeline's, but was taken away from her, sadly. Um,
So, obviously with the FPSs, it's at least as far as I'm my knowledge of it, it's definitely venturing into that, online, get with a group of people, get your loadouts, do all that sort of stuff. And I'm
yeah,
just wondering if that kind of party system or that sort of, I mean, I've watched plenty of your streams, and if you're in a party with people that you've played the game with a while, you're like, okay, you're sniper, you're this, you're that, you're okay, you're there on the map. I don't even have to know because you're all covering each other's bases. So I'm just
yeah.
wondering if it's actually a lot less to do with the FPS genre itself, and it's maybe a little bit more to do with the that kind of thing of, okay, well, we've learned how each other plays, and because I don't think a lot of online games offer that nowadays.
No, they really don't. My personal experience, um, I have the people that I like playing with.
Yeah.
I have the people I get along with, and I have the people that are either just like the comic relief of the thing, so we don't all like lose our, for lack of better words, lose our shit.
Yeah. Oh, that it's open season. You can swear it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's like it just for lack of better words to describe it though, like just so we don't lose our shit and like just start raging real hard.
Yeah.
Take me for an example, like when me, my brother, my buddy Wicked, and one of his friends play, or me and my brother's other friend, like they'll start getting mad, and then like I'll just bust out of nowhere and say like the stupidest stuff ever,
Yeah.
just to get everybody to loosen up a bit.
Yeah, I've definitely, and that's kind of my I don't want to say pet peeve with the FPS, but it's definitely what puts me off that genre, because everyone's acting like it's life or death.
I mean, if you think about it, it really is. It's not like life and death in real life, but in that moment.
No, but that's what I mean. The people that are playing this game, it's like the possessed by it almost. And I was just wondering if that sort of thing is because of the hours investment, is because of the, okay, well, we've all learnt the loadouts, and so you're kind of so attached to it that frustration naturally kind of comes into it.
There's also the fact that, like, especially with Call of Duty games,
Yeah.
people of my generation actually grew up playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, of course.
So, like, there's also a, like, nostalgic feeling of playing the game. Like, yeah, you're gonna rage. Every game will make you rage. Like, I mean, I rage quit Crash Bandicoot the other day.
I still wish I'd seen that.
First time I've ever rage quit on stream.
It was fucking Crash Bandicoot. Out of all the games you've played, and I still think that's the funniest shit ever.
So in my defense, I was playing this one where you have to, like, jump on the boxes to get across places, but they break right underneath you as soon as you jump on them. So I kept dying. So I was like, you know what? We'll come back to this.
I'm done.
And I left. And then, like, because it's like the newish Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah.
And, like, there's these certain things where, like, you have to hit a certain button, so, like, the next platform will pop up. And if you're not too careful, then, like, you'll die in the platform. And I was getting aggravated because I was already aggravated from the last board, and I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna go kill people on Warzone. Let's go.
Well, that's the again, and you hear that a lot. The fact that, you know, people get sick of the game, or they'll be frustrated, and they'll go onto a game which, as far as I can tell, is built to piss you off.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it.
Especially if you're... The one thing I do not like,
Mm-hmm.
I hate about FPSs, especially on online FPSs. If you're playing with somebody who's on PC, not that I have anything against PC players, they're freaking god tier almost. Like, more power to you. I can't aim with a mouse. I'll stick with my controller. But when you're playing in PC lobbies, you have the chance of running into hackers of some sort.
Right. Yeah.
And I actually caught a hacker on stream once. He was actually on my team, so I didn't have to worry about him, like, killing me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I was playing the game, and we were all having fun. It was me, my brother, and our friend, EJ. We were just queued in randomly with this guy. And, he went from having, like, 30 kills to 51, and I'm like, there's no fucking way. Like, this guy has to be hacking. Like, he's gotta have aimbot something. He's doing something.
Yeah.
And so I when I died again, I landed in next to him, and all I seen was his gun just jumping from person to person to person to person, and I'm like, bro, you're hacking. Like, why are you hacking? And then, like, he died, and I'm like, how are you hacking and you die? And then, like, his explanation for why he was hacking actually made sense. Because he, apparently, before he started hacking, he was actually playing the game normally, like anybody else would. But then he got reported for hacking, and his account got banned, so he was like, fuck it. Y'all think I'm hacking? I'm gonna hack.
Well, that's the interesting thing to me, is the fact that this whole... I know people rage about the hacking and other stuff, or, this is a more powerful gun, or whatever it is. But that seems...
They've smurfed a lot of guns because people were complaining about them. Like, in Apex, they smurfed the Spitfire. Spitfire was my favorite gun, still is my favorite gun. They smurfed it, and then they put it in the care package for a while because people were whining and complaining about it. And then they started whining and complaining about the alternator. That got put in the care package. Then people started whining and crying about the Volt. That got put in the care package. Like, they take all the good guns because people are whining and complaining like, oh well, this gun is just too OP, blah 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 blah. Like, dude, it's for one, it's a game,
Yes.
okay. Two, if you're getting your ass kicked, practice some more. That's what I did.
Yeah.
My fucking lifeline has over 200 kills sitting on her.
Yeah.
And that's just because I've practiced. I've played the game. I learned from my mistakes. Instead of using the like the regular just pre-settings that they gave me, I went in and changed my settings, customized my settings for the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like people get so mad over guns. Like, they just smurfed like two of my favorites. Two of my favorite guns in Warzone too. They took the range from it. Like, it doesn't one-shot from a certain distance anymore to the head. It'll break them, but it doesn't one-shot them anymore because people were complaining. Like, the Car 98 is too powerful. It's not even a sniper. It's a marksman rifle. Well, make it a sniper. You guys made it a sniper in freaking Vanguard. Sometimes it's irritating. Like, sometimes. And then, like, there's also, with online shooters in general, there's also the toxic communities and stuff. Like, Call of Duty is, like, one of the most toxic communities.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get all into that. Don't worry. Don't worry. But you did mention a good point about that, about the fact that the community, and it seems to me that there doesn't seem to be this middle ground anymore with the FPSs like the Call of Duty. You're either in or you're out. And I was just wondering whether you feel the same. I know there's variety, difference of skills. I'm not talking about that, but there's people that will swear blind by Call of Duty or other games like that, and there's other players that will go, no, hate it, won't play it. So I'm just wondering whether you kind of get that vibe, or whether you just think that's kind of a myth and it's not really a thing at all.
I mean, me personally, yeah, I like Call of Duty, but that's because I grew up playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But if I'm being honest, I'd much rather play Apex. Apex, you have to have... You actually have to use your head to play this game. Because you have to know how to use your character. You have to know how the character works, when the character's good. You gotta know what guns to use with certain characters, because sometimes some characters are better with guns, well, the other guns, like, take Mad Maggie, for instance. If she has a shotgun, and you're running with the shotgun, you're running just as fast as if you don't have a gun out. It's one of her passive abilities.
Yeah.
Revenant can climb higher than most, than all the other legends. So, if somebody's hiding up somewhere where, like, your team can't get them, you can actually sneak up behind them and tear them to pieces with Rev.
Right.
So, I mean, like, it's just... With Warzone, yeah, like, you have to think about things. Well, Call of Duty in general. You have to think about things, your strategy, but what you focus more on in Call of Duty is how you build out your gun so your gun can hit the hardest it can or shoot the fastest it can.
Yeah.
With Apex, you're just like, okay, I need at least purple attachments on my gun so it will be the best that it can be, and then it's just solely on you to hit your shots and play your character, right?
Yeah, there's that skill level.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you also have to, like, take into account when you get into the technical things, like, what angle you have to shoot a sniper at for it to actually hit the person.
Yeah.